Hey everybody, Nakul from Skills IELTS. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome video. Today's video is something very special because I'm showing you the complete recording of my live class with students, taking their questions, explaining the end-to-end strategies with respect to IELTS writing essay, and that too discuss both the sides and give your opinion. What template to use, why we need to use that, how to structure them, how to review the essay with respect to task response, coherence, cohesion, grammar, vocabulary, how to get that band 8, and also I'm gonna give feedback for an essay in the video, and all you got to do is make sure you watch the video till the end. So before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can text us to the number given there, WhatsApp us. We will be there, I'll be there to help you, guide you in the right direction. Alright, without a further delay, let's quickly get into my IELTS writing class. Here you go. So how the class goes, I have taken an essay written by Akash. Akash is there, yes. I have taken an essay already reviewed. We're going to discuss the entire thing about this essay in the first half an hour from 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Indian time. From 9:30 p.m. Indian time to 10 p.m., that is the second half, I'll make you guys write the same essay and get the live on the fly feedback. So let's have a look at this question. People say that television is useful for education. Others say it is useful only for entertainment. Discuss both the views and give your opinion. What basically I'm doing, I'm highlighting all the things from the question so that whatever the thoughts that I get with respect to ideas will revolve around these keywords. That means every keyword will be addressed. You don't address even one of them, task response gone case. So how you are evaluated, basically task response out of 9 you will be evaluated for, then coherence, cohesion, that is narration, then grammar, vocabulary. All this 9999 out of 9, whatever you have got, divided by 4 they'll do, and what scores you get, that is your final band score. So what is this task response? Have you answered to the question, or your answer is answering to some other question? Some people say the television is useful for education, while other side is useful only for entertainment. Let's say you write, discuss both the views. Let's say in one of the paragraphs you wrote, television is useful for education. People can learn a lot by reading, by watching the news channel. There are some many technical programs where we can learn a lot. Then next para you said, it is also very much useful for entertainment. Wrong. The word only here means education and all, nothing. It is good only for entertainment. So if you stress on this word and write, then your task response is correct. If you don't stress on this word, you end up getting 5.5. This is the subtlety involved. This is the thing with respect to the task response. Read the question carefully and answer. With respect to task response, this is what task response says. Coherence, cohesion is all about external structure and internal structure. What is this external structure? This question, discuss both the views and give your opinion, will be a 5 para external structure. So what exactly I mean by this? Para 1, already templates have been given to you. Inside templates folder, you can check inside writing folder, essay folder, templates. For every question of this structure, template is already there. So I'm just explaining here as well. Para 1 will be introduction, where you tell your viewpoint. Para 2, first view. Para 3, second view. Para 4, opinion. Look at the question here. Discuss both the views, first view, second view, and give your opinion. Opinion, para 4, and then para 5, conclusion. Never mix para 4 and para 5 into one para and write opinion and conclusion together. No, this matters the most for your question. This is the external structure. You use this structure, half of your coherence marks, exceptional. The other half will come from internal structure, especially the para 2 and the para 3. Inside para 2, what structure you need to use? One main idea, supporting idea, example, conclusion. And this main idea should be in simple sentence, means first line. It should be in first line. I'll explain you what simple sentence is. Supporting idea, one or two sentences. Main idea is one sentence only. I'll explain you how to write everything. Example, two or three sentences minimum. Never write example in one line. Never write main idea in only one line. See, main idea you write in one line. Supporting idea for that has to be written. Examples has to be written. Means one main idea will have five sentences, two sentences or one sentence supporting, and two or three sentences for example. This entire thing is one idea. You want to write one more idea, then again supporting idea in one or two sentences, example in two or three sentences you have to write. Otherwise don't write one more idea. This is the internal structure. And conclusion not mandatory. If you want you can use it. The same internal structure will also come for para 2 and para 3, will also come for para 3. One moment. Then para for opinion, at least 2 to 3 sentences. Then conclusion, conclude it in 2 sentences. You summarize para 2, summarize para 3, and summarize para 4 in one sentence each. Finish off the conclusion. What is the highest scoring module here? Intro is not the high scoring thing. Conclusion is not the high scoring thing. These yellow ones are the high scoring things. Any doubts? So I have written an outer structure, that is external structure, and internal structure for para 2 and para 3. Para 4 you can just write with a template, I'll show you, but these two are very, very important. Any doubts so far? So this is the thing about discuss both the views and give your opinion. Never go with 4 para, always go with 5 para. So now coherence quotient will be perfect if you have explained this in the same order. Main idea, then supporting idea, then example. Whatever you write in main idea, the same thing has been explained in supporting idea. Whatever you have written in supporting idea, the same part into more specifics in the exam. This entire thing is the internal structure, and you write this correctly, you get full 9 out of 9. You answer every point in the question, you get 9 out of 9. Grammar. This main idea should be a simple sentence. Supporting it example should have a mixture of compound and complex sentences. Inside grammar folder, compound complex sentence, if you wish, you can have a look at it. I would have clearly explained. I want at least two compound sentence, minimum two complex sentence, minimum one or two simple sentence in your entire essay. So second, third para, if you consider, could be 3 to 4 compound, 3 to 4 complex, 1 to 2 simple sentence. This mixture you write, 100% you will get grammar full marks. Vocabulary is apt vocabulary. Don't have to go to Google Baba and try to find the synonym of it and simply write, though it doesn't make sense. No. Vocabulary is all about using the apt vocabulary, whatever is required. So you've got some understanding about this, I believe. Now let's go with Akash essay, how he has done. I want you guys to have a just look at this entire essay. I'll give you 2 minutes. Have a look at it, review it by yourself. Then I'll explain more about the essay. Still reading? Let me just help you with it. The question is, we'll just write it down again. Very sorry that I interfered. I can still read. Television is useful for education. Other people say no education and all, only entertainment. Some people believe that watching television is beneficial, while others claim it is just for entertainment. There are differing opinions on this matter. It is important to explore, Akash, both sides of the argument to gain a comprehensive understanding. In this essay, both sides of the topic will be covered, followed by my opinion. This is important. That's it. Intro is you give an opportunity to the examiner. Let's say examiner is in a hurry. Her husband is calling. Please come. I'm waiting. Examiner doesn't have much time to read everything. She reads one line. She understands what is written. That's what intro is. This is what you are going to read, Miss or Mr. Examiner, for the rest of the paragraph. That's what you are telling. So this line is very important. Akash, very well written. First para is totally fine. Whatever is there, you write with little changing one or two words. Introduction is not a difficult thing. Here, what I want, one main idea, supporting idea, examples. This I want. Let's see if Akash has written that. Supporters of entertainment industry, not bad, argue that now he is telling others say it is only useful for entertainment. He should have started with this. I always suggest people to go in the same order as the question, so that it becomes easy for the examiner to know, because the examiner has read this first and then read this second. So she would be expecting this in this para and this in this para. Well, you can reorder them, but my suggestion is not to do that. Supporters of entertainment industry argue that television can be used for relaxation. This is the main idea. Television can be used for relaxation, main idea. Now, entire paragraph should talk about relaxation. You basically should say how it causes relaxed mind, stress free, full of entertainment, dopamine effect. We'll see how Akash has written. This is because that's the template that is given. It is easy to switch on the TV and get access to one's favorite program. Wrong. Television, argue the television can be used for relaxation. This is because there are various programs in television that makes one laugh. And due to this, whoever watches it, their mind will be so relaxed. That is the correct supporting idea for this line. Guys, getting it? Second line is nowhere in relation to the first line. What is the problem now? Problem is this guy. Coherence, cohesion is the problem. Narration. You're watching a movie, and some movies you feel, "Arey yaar, there is no connection. What's happening?" This guy comes and one more hero comes, villain comes. What is the director is poor direction. Screenplay artist is very poor. That is coherence, cohesion. Here as well, first line idea good. Second sentence is not at all talking about first line. By watching this program, people might laugh and become happy. Okay, he has written this. Very good, Akash. Third line he has written. Probably I was expecting this in the second line. It is easy to switch on the TV and all, not required. This is because directly, Akash, you remove this and write this. People might laugh and become happy. Probably you could have written this is because TV hosts plethora of comedy shows where people might laugh and become happy, or comedy shows, and by watching these simple words, enough. You want 7, it is enough. You want 8, then language has to be changed. Then it is correct, Akash. As a result, it will reduce their stress and pain. Very nicely written. He has written 2-3 sentences for supporting idea. You may notice he is writing in very simple terms. Enough, man. You need 7, it is enough. I'm still telling you. No need to be Shakespeare, Victor Hugo. For 7, this English is enough. But be aware of Cohen's coefficient. For example, now we should talk about what? Comedy shows. And explain how it releases that comfort zone or how it makes people happy. In India, Kapil Sharma is famous comedian, is a famous comedian. Full stop. By watching his show, comma, people feel energetic, joyful, and happy. However, there are other benefits also exist to use television. Why, man, why? Okay, so this is with respect to television is useful for entertainment. How many of you think this is entirely wrong with respect to the question asked? Akash, Anu, Madhu Garu, Jaswir, Karan, Sadhya, Hina. How many of you think this is entirely wrong with respect to the question? Task response 0, Nakul. How many of you think? Or is it I alone think? Read the question again. I alone think it is wrong, Nakul. Nakul is idiot. Simply he says everyone is wrong. Correct? The question is not about television is useful for entertainment. The question is this. Others say it is useful only for entertainment. Then here say supporters of entertainment industry. No, they are not supporting what they are trying to say. Can anyone tell me? Yes, they are trying to say television is useless. They are not supporting. Read the question. Others say television is not at all useful for any other thing. It is only for entertainment. So, how this should have been done? This should have been in the third para. That's the reason. Second para, you talk about how it is useful for education. Third para, you say how it is completely useless and helps only for entertainment and nothing else. Secondly, television can be really useless as most of the people don't turn it on for educational purposes. Rather, it is used widely only for entertainment. This is because there are many other sources for education and blah 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 blah. And therefore, television solely stands top in terms of entertainment. For example, though there are many resourceful channels that appears the telecasts in the television, the number of viewers are very less, and those channels data will be so limited. But with respect to entertainment, 99% of the people watch, and hence television is best used only for entertainment and not for education or any other purposes. Getting it? How many of you did not understand the question is tricky? That's why 90% of the people think IELTS is scam. I wrote everything correct. You would have written full wrong, but you always think I have written everything perfect. Why the marks is not coming? Because the question is, what is your name? You have written my father's name. Anyone didn't understand? The question is, television is useful for education. One category people say. Other category say, no education, nothing. Apart from entertainment, it cannot be used for anything else. Others are actually scolding. They are not supporting. If I were to use Hindi, when my Hindi is bad, I'll just try. At least some of you are very comfortable. Entertainment के बिना कुछ और जगह पे यूज नहीं कर सकते. That's what they're trying to say. It's only for entertainment, nothing else. It's one lazy, this one device. In that way, you need to write. So, Akash, it's always better Don't mix things. Start in the same order. Start with why television is useful for education. That he has done. On the other hand, opponents of educational institute argue that it can be used. What is it? It is in the previous para. You cannot link it with the pronoun. You need to write TV. Enhance personal skills. What do you mean by personal skills? It's education. Personal skill means discipline, honesty, punctuality to enhance educational skills. It's okay, use the same word. This is what vocabulary, what people think. I use the same word, so I don't get marks. So what do? I change the word. When you change, you write some other word, God gives. Educational skills or vocational skills or um, to enhance academic skills. Those are the apt words. This means by watching English movies, people can improve their communication skills. Probably the question is not about English movies. Television is useful for education. Through TV visuals, you can teach a lot of things. TV visuals or the news channels or some of the TV shows which talk about, let's say, biology, which talk about nuclear reactors. They're not talking about, see, for Indians, for us, learning English is a big thing. In China, nobody learns English. Nobody wants to know. In Europe, entire Europe, nobody cares about English. So that's what. So let's not, stick to learning English as a main thing. English is not a main thing. Let's talk about a particular show, particular educational purpose where television can be used. This means by watching some of the series which talks about this, people can improve their knowledge on such subject. Moreover, technical and cooking expertise can also be improved. See how? Pay more attention. First line talk about English movies. Next line talk about cooking expertise. Two things he's talking. Here I told you one main idea. He told movies. Supporting idea. He's telling cooking. But this is also main idea. He wrote one more main idea. Not required. Never mix things. You told about watching movies. Continue. For example, name a movie and say how it can be of educational purpose. This is completely wrong. For example, in non-native speaking English country, most of the students are learning the skills via television. How? Which is that show, Akash? Which show? You don't want to name? Then I don't want to give marks. Explain. Never write. That's exactly what I talk about. Never write example. Never end the example in one sentence. Now he's going to cooking. Why cooking? You're mixing movies, cooking. No, then start with the cooking only. No, culinary skills we call. Most of the women is learning. Most of the women learns. Culinary skills from cooking show. Which show is that? For example, this is a new idea. Which show you need to write? Rajiv Kapoor, Sanjay Kapoor. What's his name? Anyone knows? There is a guy, no chef. Then explain. Otherwise, don't write. Coherence cohesion goes for a task. Guys, whatever the main idea you write, supporting idea and the example should surround this idea only. It is like one circle. Here he wrote English movies, then supporting idea. Then example should also talk about English movies. That is not telling. English movies, supporting idea is cooking, example is something, all different. Within that only radius only it should surround. Same idea you should write. Is getting it? So after writing this particular thing in the second para, he has to go to the third para and say, on the other hand, there are some people who think television can be of no use apart from imparting some amount of entertainment. This is because those people believe the educational content in the television is very limited and nobody will make use of it. However, television rocks in terms of entertainment. For example, there are so many people worldwide watching entertainment shows in the television compared to the other educational content, and educational content are decreasing by the day. Therefore, television is best used only for entertainment. This is second and the third para. Now then the fourth para you have to write after considering both sides of the argument. I'm inclined to support. This is the template he has used that I've already given. You can check that out inside IELTS folder, essay folder, number 7 templates. Support for nahi support the use of television as an educational purpose. Now he has to prove how. I find the argument in favor of learners more compelling because it helps to gain knowledge and to develop essential skills. I need little bit more on this. While there are valid arguments made by the opponents, I believe that watching TV as an educational purpose offer more consideration that outweigh the limitations. We never talked about limitations. Now it is. See here, basically, you need to give your opinion with at least one supporting point saying, though there are valid arguments on the other side saying it is only for the entertainment purpose, still there are numerous shows where many are making use of television, where there is no internet facility. They're making use of the satellite thing, the connection via satellite and learning, distant learning, and lot many things through TV shows, through news channels, and hence I believe television is solely used for educational purpose. This much I need in the third para, fourth para rather. And the last para is where you summarize the para 2 in one line, summarize para 3 in one line, summarize para 4 in one line. While watching TV can have benefits. This is template, just fit it. Benefits like improving and learning new personal skills. Watching it can act as an entertainment as it has advantages like reducing the stress. This is what he wrote in second paragraph, and this is improving personal skills he wrote in third paragraph. In my opinion, this is what he wrote in the last paragraph. Guys, getting it right? This he wrote in second paragraph. And this entertainment he wrote in third paragraph. Well, he mixed it up. Second and third he swapped. And in my opinion, he wrote in the fourth paragraph. Advantage of educational purpose poses always outweigh the, this is wrong. You have to look up to the question and right. In my opinion, television as an entertainer always outweighs the aspects of being watched as television as an educator. That was his idea. Always outweighs the aspects of being watched as an entertainer. You need a little bit modify the template based on the question. This is the one complete essay. Now, hope you are getting it. The question will be different. Answer has to be different. You cannot just think, oh, television useful for education, television useful for entertainment. Simply, you cannot write. Any doubt so far? As I told you, exact 30 minutes, I have finished it.